Hey guys, how's it going? It's Diego from Vanguard Heroes here with my buds Paul in Canada on call, and my best friend Min right here with me.
Yep.
I'm doing my deck profile for my Dimensional Police. Not necessarily completed yet because I only bought 4 trial decks, but it did help me get pretty much the body of my deck. Start off with my great starter, Dimensional Robo Goyusha. Now, Goyusha is a forerunner, so when I ride on top of him, I can call him to any rearguard circle. And Goyusha's skill, a great skill to have, is can't focus. Well, his skill is, I can throw him into the soul, plus 3 other dimensional robos, and call ride another grade 3, which is awesome if I'm grade stuck or if I desperately need a break ride. So I usually choose to break ride on top of Daikaiser, another Daikaiser, or if I need anything else and I don't have Daikaiser, I can also throw in Ultimate Daiyusha if I don't have a Daikaiser at the time.
It's a great tutor for grade 3s into your hand.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. I've actually come across once where I had the chance to use it and I didn't, and I was so disappointed in myself. But definitely gonna remember that now.
This is the best of us.
Definitely. I did buy 4 trial decks, so I have 4 Daikaiser. Daikaiser is definitely what I would say is my avatar. The man is swole and in charge. Limit break 4. If a dimensional robo rides this unit, you counterblast 1. That's plus 10k and 1 crit. It also gains the skill that I can retire any guardian if I drive check a grade 3, which is awesome because then perfect guards do not become a thing. And I love hearing the sound of that. Daikaiser is probably my favorite card in the game of Vanguard. He is amazing and he looks awesome. His card artwork is sweet. And
that green jewel on his chest is amazing.
Yes.
So manly.
So manly. I got my 4 regular great Daiyushas in this deck too. His skill, if he has 14k or greater, or 1400 or greater, my fault. Oh no, take that back. 14k or greater, he gains 1 crit until the end of the battle, which is awesome for like early pressure situations, my fault. And it's awesome if I have like Kaizard in the soul, which gives him plus 5 immediately, and always good to have extra crits because who doesn't love crits? And I actually pulled this guy from a Blue Storm Armada. Was pretty lucky to get him. That ultimate Daiyusha right there. The cross ride for the regular Daiyusha, and a great card to have. Really happy that I got him. His skill, limit break 4 during my turn. If the number of cards in my soul with Dimensional Robo in the name are 3 or more, it gets plus 2k and 1 crit. Awesome card because even more crits. The way I usually use him is if I have the cross ride, I'll do it. I don't usually do it because it's always really specific having a cross ride because you have to have in this case super Dimensional Robo Daiyusha in the soul to gain that 2k. Really would not. Usually don't try and do that. I usually try with Daikaiser, then go ride over him into Daiyusha. But that's only really if I don't have another Daikaiser, because I really love Daikaiser on top of Daikaiser just because it's completely more swole. All about the swollenness in this business right now. Right now, I do only have 1 copy of him. Wish I had more. I wish I had the ability to just pull him out of Blue Storm if I could, but I don't. So I run two grade 3 fillers, which are Cosmogreat. Cosmogreat is actually pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. His skill, you counterblast 2, and you can choose another Dimensional Police to gain 4K if he's on the rearguard circle. Now, the main reason I have this guy is to either push either of the Daiyushas up so they can gain, I can either gain, well, usually it's for regular Daiyusha, so you can gain that 14 or greater, and that early crit, and it's really nice for early pushes. He's a good card to have for now, but I do not plan to use him in the future. I really am waiting for more Ultimate Daiyushas and possibly a Reverse Daiyusha in my future. But that's it for the grade 3s for now. We'll move on to the grade 2s. Start off with my 10K vanilla Daifighter. Run only 3 of him right now because I'd rather have more of the other guys in my deck, but he's a great card to have. Love him as a 10K body. Don't have to really guard much against. It's easier to guard against attacks when you have a 10K body. Love him because of the fact that I can ride him on top of my Vanguard easily, and he'll be strong already because I don't have to help him out with boosting that much. But when need be, he can come out to be a 15K attacker with a boost from Goyusha and just go all out. Moving on to 4 Daidragon. Like I said before, I did buy 4 trial decks, so I have multiple copies of these cards. Daidragon is my main man at the rear guard. When I need a 12K attacker, he is there. I love him for the early push, and probably the most ideal rear guard attacker that I have, because I can just go with him at the front rear guard circles, and unboosted he will give me a nice attack of 12K, and I can even usually attack grade 3 11K bodies with just him. Also an intercept, so I love keeping him on the field. Then I have ya boy Kaizard. Love this card right here. Kaizard, when I ride on top of him, he gives the next Vanguard 5K. Perfect for the regular Daiyusha +1 crit, which I usually do. Also, I have an eventual ride sequence of Kaizard Greater into Daikaiser, which is my preferred ride sequence. I would love to have that eventually. Unfortunately, he's not out yet, but that is my preferred sequence. Right now, I'm just running some grade 1 fillers until I get Kaizard Greater, because that will be the perfect ride sequence. But yeah, Kaizard is the man when it comes to giving 5K to the next Vanguard. 9K body too, not that bad to guard for. And then I have your boy Daimariner, 4 copies of him. Great skill. I put him in the drop zone from the soul. I choose 1 Dimensional Police, and it gets 3K till the end of the turn. Great for, like I said, great Daiyusha, because you give him more attack if need be. And possibly it would push me to magic numbers and allow me to hit for even greater columns, because that's all about just getting my Vanguard nice and swole and just being able to destroy you if I can. Alright. So I have 4 copies of Daitiger right here. He is my main man when it comes to an early push, because he gets 3K if I have a Dimensional Robo as a Vanguard. I don't usually try to ride because of the fact that he does not gain that 3K, and he's much better if I call him as a rear guard and have him as a 10K attacker than push him back and then use him to boost later on. Sometimes I get stuck in that situation where I do have to ride him, but it's all good most of the time. Not really pressed when I don't, but great 10k attacker when I need him. Have some of these, have 3 fillers for now until I get Kaizard Greater. I have Daibrave, which originally I didn't notice this card at all because I'd never seen it before. Not a bad card necessarily. From the soul, put him in the drop zone, and my Vanguard gets this effect. Counterblast 1, and if I hit, then I can draw a card, which is not that bad, considering hand power and hand strength is not a bad thing ever. We got 2 of him. Now, I also have a AK Vanilla Daisy. It's okay. It's an okay card. She, whenever I need her to ride, it's fine with me. She's really just there to fill right now, an AK body. Not necessarily a terrible thing, but, you know, I'm waiting on that Kaizard Greater. And until then, they'll be there for me. Now, because I do have trial decks and I didn't necessarily bother to get all the triggers from the earlier packs, I have the Rainbow, I have 4 stand, 4 draw. Oops, that wasn't draw, that was heal. Yeah, 4 heal, then 4 draw, then 4 crit. Preferably in my actual build, I will get rid of all the stands, of course, not needed. Keep the 4 heal, duh. Keep the 4 draw, and then run 8 crit, because everyone loves crits. Like, you can't say you don't love crits. If I could, eventually, I would want to run 16 crit. Not really, though. That's scary. But, that is my deck so far, based off of the trial decks. Right now, my usual tactic is early rush with Daiyusha, cross ride if I can, if I want to. Then, if possible, always have that Daikaiser ready so I can have that piercing effect and just become as swole as possible. Create enough big columns that I can pierce most guards. And then I also have my Goyusha to help me if I'm ever grade stuck or need to break ride immediately. Goyusha right now is my starter, but I also have maybe a possibility of Magnum in the future too. Thanks you guys for watching. Hope you guys had an awesome day today, and I'll see you guys next time.